It's been a while. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, let's get up here. See if anybody in here or not. Hey, what's up, Money Mike? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, everybody? Well, I had a couple people requested this of me about the whole situation the animal trolls called on me yesterday. So I decided today to come on and tell you what's going on here. I'm gonna wait to get. I know I get very little people, but I give a little time so people to join here if possible, and stuff like that. So, um, I'm just trying to just let you all know about you see what's behind me right now. This is the veterinarian bill I paid, and everything else. I did took the cats. Well, not technically took the cats to a vet. I can't. I'll explain this whole thing in a little bit here. I had to go an online vet to do this. So yeah, I just want to wait for some more people to come here and stuff like that. If they get any at all. So I know I know I need to do. Again, I just not the one of those guys that just get on, just have a scheduled day, just go live. I mean, I'm used to do every day live for YouTube videos, stuff like that. Not lately. I haven't seen any of him lately of his videos. What can you tell me what's going on? That's what I haven't checked it out, so I haven't seen it. I haven't subscribed unless it's been unsubscribed by YouTube or something. But I haven't seen any new notifications from Network 126. So I haven't seen nothing lately. Something happened bad with the cat or something? I know you had a cat. So I know you had a cat when he was having trouble finding a place to stay and live at the time. He was staying in some questionable places like trailers, some RV homes and stuff like that. Stuff. Kitty, 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 kitty. But yeah, well, I mean, just I said, oh, that's not good. If it hasn't eaten for 4 days, something's not good. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how old the cat is. Um, but it sucks. I hope he gets it taken care of. But 4 days, I'm surprised it might be still alive at all at this point. Because the only cats can live for so long without eating and drinking, just like a human being, but not technically like a human, but they're a lot soon. It's not a long time. They can't go a long time. That's for damn sure. I'll have to check that out and see. I have to look that up. See with that video. I mean, that's sad. This cat's not eating. I mean, I'll bring the kitten in question here. She's just sitting here. Uh, Alrighty, here she is. She's still eating and drinking herself. The only problem she's having is the upper respiratory infection going on and stuff. I got the antibiotics ordered for her. Yeah, that's a good idea. Try a different brand of food. It might be the food he's trying to feed her. Or go. I don't know if feeding him dry or he or she dry food. Maybe try canned food. Also, yeah, especially canned food. Yeah, it pulls a potent out smell. But again, it might be something really wrong with the cat itself. Because If anything in the sinuses, it gets clogged up. The smell might be. It might be something to do with that. As I said, it's like especially cats, kittens with upper respiratory infections, like this one has. Unfortunately, I mean all of them have it. The other ones I got right now, there's one litter. Yeah, they're basically 7 weeks old, about ready to be turning 8 weeks here. So they're pretty tiny still. I've been feeding them. Basically, I've been feeding her and all of them kitten chow, 9 lives, stuff like that. You know, they're eating and drinking. I noticed she was a little bit better today. She wasn't as gunked up, and everything else. She was doing good. Yeah, unfortunately, he left his motor running on his car. Those camera, if you notice my videos for my security cameras, how well those microphones pick up audio very good. That's why it's that. If it wasn't for that, it wasn't loud to me outside, but those cameras pick up a very good audio on how tiny it is. That's what I like about these security cameras I got. They're awesome. Other than they're supposed to be waterproof. The only unfortunately event when it comes rainy days, these are just been working fine except for one I've been having issues with, but I already got replacements for them. The problem is they still get water in them somehow and everything else, even though I probably most likely it's condensation. But again, it only happens on rainy days, and they really get. And I see the ones I had taken down, they're practically filled with water. Practically filled with water. They were so bad. I probably have to replace these cameras once in a while. Again, they're glad they're not that expensive to replace, but still, that's a little money here and there. They're basically old Xfinity security cameras. They're basically wireless cameras. They, of course, they're not technically wireless. They still have to be plugged in a wall for a power source. Other than that, so it's like with the situation with the. It's like I got to do a how-to video how to pair it to your network. Other people are asking me about how to get past the UI lock, the user interface lock, which most of the factories lock it purposely, and you can't get past it. I even tried to get the get commands. The get commands don't work for that. These cameras for neither. And you can't access the user interface on them. So it sucks. I'd like to get access to the interface. The one camera I'm having a problem with is something to do with the night vision. I technically don't need night vision for that camera because I got motion light sensors in the front yard. So I can put it on permanent day. So it won't be a problem. But unfortunately, I can't access the user interface on those cameras because they've been locked completely out by the factory. So I have tried to get them to unlock, unfortunately. I'm glad you can go into the router settings and assign the IP address you want to have. That's a plus. So I can put on whatever IP address that connect to. So that's what I like about that situation. I wish you could hear the conversation between me and him very well, clear. Because I even admitted to him, completely no hesitation, that I breed and sell kittens. And there's no law against it. These people who are calling the animal control think it's against the law to breed and sell kittens. That's why they're calling another issue. And they don't think I don't take these kittens to a vet when it's needed. When it's needed. You don't have to take a kitten to a vet every freaking day of the week to get it checked out. Or a month. Wherever how you want to think you have to take a kitten to the vet. What is the point of taking a non-sick cat to the veterinarian? None. You're just wasting your money. It's a good idea to take your cat in once a year to get a checkup. It's ridiculous. And they're assuming I do not take care of these kittens, which I do. Which they can prove right here behind me on the screen. This is the veterinarian bill I just paid yesterday morning. for an online vet. I had the money. That wasn't the problem. I had the money to take the kitten to the vet. And for the medication. The medication wasn't expensive. I was hoping the Myers antibiotic program was still going. Apparently, they ended in July, which you can get the antibiotics for free. I come to find out that same yesterday. I found it out when I was out trying to get the prescription filled. That was another problem I was having. When I finally got the prescription, I called multiple pharmacists, had them, the veterinarian, fax that information to each pharmacist, with the 4 pharmacists. And they say they couldn't fill it. Every time they couldn't fill it. Fill it. I went to Myers, Walgreens. I went to Myers, Walgreens, and Center for Family Health, my doctor's office, and see if I can get it filled there, and Walmart. None of them could fill it. None of them. It's something to do with the milligrams. And that's the only problem in Jackson. Another problem in Jackson here, exactly. Another problem is the veterinarians. Everything, I did call the veterinarians around Jackson. Most of them weren't accepting new clients, or their schedule wasn't until, basically anything open wasn't until the end of October, which is October 4th right now. And this kitten needs treatment right away. By that time, this kitten would be dead or something by that time, or it'd take care of itself. That's the problem. And if you don't believe me, oh yeah, that's another thing. If they say, why don't you just go drive a veterinarian outside of town? For one, I do not have a car. I don't have anybody to go ask for to get me a ride whatsoever. No family or friends besides locally. I don't know. Last year I didn't do a New Year's stream either. I don't think it did. I don't think it did New Year's this year. So, probably not. So I called vets, but they said they're all booked out to the end, or they are not accepting new clients. Ever since the pandemic, it's been hell to get veterinary care for pets in Jackson. And I went on Facebook. That's where it all began anyways. It was on Facebook. I went on multiple groups. Rescue, helping people, kittens and cats groups, and stuff like that. Posting what was going on. Tried to get the assistant to maybe get a ride to a veterinarian or the medication. That was my whole point. Wasn't asking for money. That's another thing. And that's another thing. They assume I do not take the cats to the vet when needed. It's ridiculous. And they always assume, it's like they're assuming the laws. They don't know anything about the laws, stating it was illegal to breed and sell kittens. It's not. If you want to go look up the laws and the city codes of Jackson, you can. It's all online. You can look it up, and it's all there for Jackson and Michigan, the state of Michigan. You can look it up by Google. Do a Google search before you assume anything. Yeah, during the pandemic, when I got Zeus, was misdiagnosed, by the way, when I took him in. Yeah, I know I had to sit in the parking lot for him, but unfortunately, when they misdiagnosed him, they gave him the wrong stuff, and fortunately, he still passed away. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. That's Xena's brother, my black cat. You see, the mother cat. That was her brother. He was a gray tabby. You would see him in some pictures and videos that I had 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. That was like after when my 3 cats got stolen, by who I'm thanking the people on Facebook or YouTube, my YouTube channel, that hate me for breeding and selling kittens, who did it, because they were upset when the first time animal control was called on me. They thought they had something on me, which they didn't. They said I was selling cats with feline AIDS, which I've proven wasn't the case. I've proven that wrong. because I took my oldest cat that I had for years. Because feline AIDS is very, very contagious. So all my cats would had it. Every single one of them. So I took my oldest one, and the one I long had bonkers. And he came up negative. Negative. That cost me almost like a $200 vet bill there. Almost $300. Yeah, I'll check them out later. Right now I'm doing my live right now. I don't want to put him on my thing showing him what's going on, because I don't want to get copyrighted or whatever, you know. Hey, what's up? Ella, Emma. Doing alright so far, considering the issue of what's going on with the kittens and animal control. But at least the animal control officer was completely nice. I didn't give any guff or any problems. He was awesome. Well, I'm not sure. It just basically started like, can't see the thing, like 16 minutes ago. So most of my streams don't go very well, not very just updating what's going on with the kitty cats and what's going on with animal control. So basically, yeah, as I said, animal control, I even told him in front of him right there what I did, breed and sell, and there's no law against it. Okay. He was probably having issues or connection issues or stuff. So, yeah, I'm checking mine. Mine's doing pretty good. It looks like for connection-wise, I'm not having issues there, and I'm glad. Yeah, so I just thought just down here, it said some people requested it of me. I was like, I know you guys haven't seen me live in a while. I just haven't had nothing in content. I know, well, at least get these videos, I can keep you informed what's going on. I still live in the same place I've been living for the past 2 years. Haven't moved. Been great. So it's been doing good. I like it where I live. I'm by myself, no roommates. Besides, I got kittens and cats. And other than that, so I'm doing good at this point. Financially, I'm doing okay. I'm not hurting for money. I'm doing great. My rent's paid on time every month. I make sure of that. I just had a city inspection just about last week. Everything went well there too. So, yeah, the city was in here, did everything looked good. So I pretty much passed with flying colors. So everything else. So, yeah, I did it. I'm doing great this far. So hopefully I don't have to move anytime soon. But of course, eventually, it's going to happen. Eventually, I'm going to have to move again. Just don't know when. I'm glad I'm not worried about that right now at this moment. I'm doing well at this point. So, yeah. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out. If I had a car, I'd be go magnet fishing again. I'd be doing that stuff again. But again, I didn't have the money. It's ever since I wrecked my last car, I flipped it. I had Section 8, and it was a headache. That's why I didn't try to get back on the program again. It was just a complete headache. I just could. It's just like you had to make sure the house will pass, and a landlord will accept it. Unfortunately, what happened over here down the other first rate of place I stayed at, unfortunately, that wouldn't pass again, because they let it just fall apart and everything else. So it's been empty ever since I lived there. It's been ever since everybody got moved out. It's been empty. Nobody's been in that place at all. I've been looking at it. They repainted it and everything else. I don't know what the inside looks like. I've been trying to, besides the only problem I had there was the bug problem. That was the only issue I had there. Since it's been empty and probably the bugs are gone. The only thing is, I tried reaching out to her again and talking to her, see if she might rent out that place again. But because that the downstairs apartment, it was ground level, it was perfect for me. I would have stayed in there just fine. The only besides the reason why I complained so much at the time, because I was on Section 8. I had to make sure that passes again and get approved again to keep the Section 8 program going. I said that's how much of a headache it was. If it had minor things, I wouldn't really cared or complained about, because if it was on my own with my own money. So yeah. So it was just a complete headache. Oh, girl, what are you doing? The only thing I'm waiting for is the medication right now. It takes a while to be, because I said I couldn't find a pharmacist in town here to fill it. I was hoping to start treatment yesterday with her. She really needs it, but she seems like she's gotten better. She's not as bad as she was the last few days. She hasn't been gunked up a lot lately like she has been. Hardly no pus or anything like that come out of her eyes. She's doing very good. You were talking about the Robinson Street place I was at? That's what you're talking about? I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm out of that situation too. So I'm glad I said I'm happy where I'm at this point. Besides, when I needed, it's like, I said, I wasn't looking for money. I wasn't looking for money for help with the kittens. I was looking to get these kittens to a vet and the meds. That's what I was looking for. That was it. That was the problem. But I did get the one, somebody did suggest an online veterinarian. I found out was called Vetster, Vester. No, sorry, Vetster, something like that. Checked it out. Cost me $66 for the veterinarian. Wasn't too bad, but still, I could have probably, if I got it local, I probably got more cheaper than that. If I could have got a local vet, but still, I mean, she needed to get the medication, which I'm waiting for. That's this whole bit about animal control. They say again, they thinking breeding and selling is illegal, and they don't think I don't think I don't take my cats to the vet when needed. Yeah, all that crap. They're making so many assumptions, and there's proof right here, right behind me. I took the cat online vet. I had proof, you know. So and the medication's been ordered. That's the whole what's going on. I went on Facebook to see if I can get the suggestions or help, or get this kitten to a vet, which somebody did mention an online vet. So that's how I got the prescription. Hey girl, you're being more active today. Yeah, she's doing. You can tell she's being more active. So yeah, she wasn't doing this. So she's getting a little bit better on her own at this point without the meds. But still, I'm going to still treat her with the meds when I get it. So that'll help her more better. These kittens are not going up for, not going to go up to sell yet until I get them over this or close to they're done with the situation with the upper respiratory infection. So, because I know it's going to be a tough sell when a sick kitten. So, and they're small right now. So, there's about 7 going on 8 weeks now. So, I'm not afraid to admit I breed and sell kittens. That's like, a lot of people frown upon it, you know. But I'm considering, because I don't know what's going on for this past. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, I have to ask him that. I just talked to him yesterday. I have to ask him that one day. That's cool of him. But yeah, I still talk to Rubber Wilbur on the phone once in a while. That's cool. Oh, what was I saying? Something about the medication I was going to treat the kittens for. Oh yeah, about admitting to breeding and selling kittens. I'm not afraid. It's like, and people judge me on that situation. Oh yeah. Oh no. Okay. Where was that? Basically, I don't know what's going on this month about selling kittens right now. It's been slow on this situation. As I said, you've seen my videos how fast I sell the kittens. It was quick. I was like weeks, in about 3 to 4 days, they were gone. This last few litters, it's been tough. So I'm considering not doing it anymore. Fortunately, right now, the one I want to get fixed, neutered, and spaded, she's pregnant right now. And that would be the one I would get. That's Xena. She's my oldest. And she's pregnant right now, and I can't get her fixed. I'll be getting her fixed first. I'd rather get her fixed first. I'll be down to one female, because that way, I don't want to get totally out of the market yet, because who knows, it might just pick up again. I mean, that's a little extra income I have. You know, it helps. And it's like if people are saying I don't care for the mama cats. I do care completely for them and everything else. I do love them. You know. So. And unfortunately, what happened the last time this happened, the animal control, whoever did it, because they were mad because they didn't do anything last time about the situation, animal control, they decided to go ahead and steal my 3 cats. So, yeah. So they broke the law themselves. They were breaking the law by doing that, which the police nor animal control would do anything about. Oh, they're so concerned of my cat's well-being and everything else with the kittens or the cats, health and everything else, coming over to my place to find out what's going on with them. But when it comes to an actual crime, they didn't do a damn thing. They were so concerned with my cat's well-being and everything else at the time. But when it came when my cats got stolen, nope, nothing. They didn't want nothing to do with it. Yes, Timmy and Bonkers and Miss Kitty. So, yeah, 3 cats. And the Timmy and Bonkers weren't studs. They were both fixed males. So they weren't. It hurt me emotionally when they did it. But again, what was the point of taking the males were already fixed? And one was microchipped. In fact, when I stole him, which it didn't do any good. So, because it never came up or been found. So, chances are they most likely are all dead now at this point. So, it'd be pure luck or a miracle if Timmy was ever found. As I have heard, cats been found over the time after so many years later on. But I have a feeling they're dead. So, unfortunately. So they took them out of a safe place. Whoever stole them, they were all right, well taken care of. They would have been living to all their natural lives, unless something happens, like a get hurt by a vehicle or car or something. Other than that, that would have been it. But they were well taken care of, health-wise. So, I mean, in my earlier videos, but actually the beginning videos of YouTube, you saw my cat Callie. She was a calico. In my early videos, very beginning videos of YouTube. She lived up to at least almost 18 years old. I had her for that long. You know, pretty long time. Never been to the vet. Nothing like that whatsoever. Until she got sick. Big time. Because I was trying to figure out what was wrong with her. And found out she had cancer or a tumor or something growing in her back area. Inside. So. I had to put her down. I had her put to sleep. Because of that. So, yeah. Unfortunately. But again, she lived a long life. Through all the situations I've been through. Well, likely in a lot of stuff. I don't know. When people, whoever have been in here or coming in or are going to watch this later on, I appreciate the help and support that you come on my YouTube channel. I've been still playing Fortnite and stuff. Again, I don't try to stream that much as anymore because I said if it doesn't make me money, I'm not going to do it. Sorry. That's why it's like I'm mainly when I go YouTube, I'm in it for the money. That's what I'm on it for. I'm trying to have a little more money coming in other what I'm getting now. It's still $9.18 is not a whole lot of money you get a month from Social Security. So that's what I get about a month every month. I said after my rent and a couple other bills, I'm practically broke. You know, and then I try to make extra money from computer repair on the side and selling kittens. And again, there's that issue also. People think you can't make extra money around Social Security. You can actually. You can as long as you make it at a certain amount. You don't make a whole lot amount. You make a big amount, and yeah, you're gonna have a big deal about it. But if you make a certain amount, and there's another prime example. If you go to a supermarket store, like a grocery store, have you noticed some of the, I had no problem with them, or any of them, they're like people with Down syndrome or some other disability, they're working at the door, taking carts, packing groceries. Those people are on Social Security. They are allowed to work part-time and make a little money. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but again, housing situation has been great. I've been here for 2 years, no issues. So almost 2 years. It's going to be 2 years by about December. So I'm doing good here. I'm hopefully longer, and hopefully I stay here longer. And there's people who did try to get a hold of my landlord, and they can't. It's not easy to get a hold of my landlord. There's a certain way you have to get a hold of them. So unfortunately, they don't know how to get a hold of them. So yeah, you can't get a hold of them directly at all. And again, I already talked to him about the situation, told him about a couple of things. He doesn't care. I told him I don't want to get you involved in my internet life whatsoever. I probably do. That's funny. I probably do. We're moving the 2 men in a truck. Well, I'm hoping those days are over with. But again, the other issue is I'm biggest worried about when I have to find another place again. The long days are over with the local landlords. Those are pretty much a rare it's a dying breed. Now it's run by management places. Unfortunately, a lot of that now I can't. If I had to look for a place, I couldn't go to a managed place. The reason why, plus when during the pandemic, when I had the money to go get my own place, actually buy my own place, it was basically a trailer, mobile home, whatever they want to call them. You want to call those little tin cans things that not the mobile. I'm talking about those trailer parks. You know, I had the money to buy one. Oh, actually, two of them actually. Unfortunately, I couldn't get into them because I have a couple of evictions on my record. When they looked at it, they didn't want to have me in there. The only problem is when you don't want to get help from the state or anything to get for assistance to get help for a deposit on rent or anything to get into a new place. From these places, you have to have literally an eviction. You have to have an eviction to get it. And the problem is that's just going against what they're trying to do. Because now these landlords know how to go online and look up these evictions. And again, if it's been dismissed, it doesn't matter. It's been dismissed, they still say, oh, there's eviction on your record still. Because all those ones were all dismissed. No, it's not for everybody. I understand it. I understand it completely, man. Yeah, you know. Yeah, that's fine, man. It's like, yeah, it's hell. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing. But again, it's a dying breed at this point. These landlords. Now, you got to go through a management place to actually get in. So again, it's going to be more difficult because if you have eviction on your record, it makes it more harder to find a place now. The reason why I found him was and I put a post on Craigslist. He texted me up. That's what he did. And for a minute, I thought it was a scammer. I mean, that's what I thought. He was a scammer. You know? So, and when I came in town, that's when I wrecked my car. I came in town and literally met him finally, and he showed me the place and everything else. It was still under work, this place was. It wasn't ready to be moved in. So, yeah, when I found out he was real, legitimate, it was all good. Everyone was taking care of it. On my way back, unfortunately, I flipped my car at the same time. At that same day, my car got wrecked. So, that kind of sucks. Yeah, pretty much. It's like you're investing in your properties and you want them well taken care of. I completely understand. Especially it depends on the tenants you bring in. You know, not a I'm not the best, but I'm not that bad of a tenant neither. I try to keep my place clean as much as I can. I know I got a lot of cats, stuff like that. You know, but again, that's part of owning properties and renting out. That's what it comes down to. And plus you got to get concerned about a tenant even paying his rent. Also, and then you have to go through the process to get him out. Yeah, and yeah, it's understandable completely. So yeah, again, it's at this point. If my ever landlord came and told me I got to get out, I won't give him in guff because I don't need another eviction on my record. I don't. It's like with my last place I stayed out in Reading. Fortunately, the reason I had to move out from there was due to because her partner who owned the properties passed away due to COVID, and unfortunately, some of the properties had to be shut down, including mine. And she told me please don't give me an event. I mean, I was willing to move out, no issues. I wouldn't give her issues or anything. I went and looking for a place and tried to find a place. So, and I did, and I found a place so she didn't have to evict me. So I would have to be sure if ever it comes down to that situation again, I would have to literally just move out and get out of here as soon as possible after the 30-day notice. So I can't afford another eviction on my record. I can't. I'm trying to. I don't know how long it takes for the courts, wherever they got to do, or they go, whoever these landlords go by, how long it take they will consider you. So I don't know. That part I do not know. I wish I did know. But unfortunately, I got 2 evictions on my record. One is like freaking over a decade old. And the other one, well, actually, both of them are over a decade old now. So, yeah. I don't know how long it would take to be, I still be could be a good, another renter again for anybody. I do not know. I do pay my rent. That's the thing. I always make sure I pay my rent. I always do. That's why I'm mostly the reason why I'm here and staying here for the past few years. That's the one thing I always do. I make sure my rent's paid. Every place I move to, I always make sure my rent's paid. It's like with the first straight apartment, it was due to because the bug problem and other problems were going on with the house. Because of Section 8, the way it was, I said I wouldn't make all those complaints. It wasn't for a Section 8 program. So I was trying to keep the Section 8 program. That was why I made a lot of those complaints. So if it becomes something to minor, I won't complain about it, really, to be honest. It's like, what's the point of it? You might as well, you start complaining, you might as well start packing your bags. That's what basically it boils down to. Oh, no, I didn't bring my own toilet. This time, the original toilet was here. Fortunately, the seals gave out on it because of course my weight issue. That didn't help much. But landlord was kind enough to buy me a super duper heavy duty, I mean big, not a dinky cheap toilet. He bought a super toilet, a big, a nice one. And I asked him to make sure because I can't sit in those small standard toilets because of my size. It's because now literally I don't stand and pee anymore. You know, it's a difficult because I have trouble hitting the spot, so I start sitting and peeing now because of that. So yeah, it was kind of difficult putting my junk and everything in the toilet because how small that toilet was, and it's like when the toilet broke down, I said, hey, is it possible maybe put a bigger bowl toilet in there? I just asked for a bigger bowl toilet. I didn't ask for a expensive toilet. He bought a nice pricey toilet and put it in here. That was cool of him. It was awesome. I was like, damn. I was like, all right, you know, that's how cool he is. He comes here every once a week, mows the lawn, and everything else, takes care of the yard, and everything else. Yeah, he helps me out when I need something, and stuff like that. He does. He's a pretty cool landlord so far. Yeah, so he likes me so far that I know of. He's pretty cool. So, yeah. That's why I like it here. And right now, he's got 2 other apartments empty here, and he's got one available. It's a 2-bedroom. He's asking $1,000 a month for it, and $1,000 down for deposit, but he wants the deposit completely up front, no partial payments. All utilities included, everything, trash service, utilities included, all of that. That's included for $1,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. So he's asking me if I know anybody. I know a couple people looking for a place to live, but I really don't want them living next door to me because I would have other problems to deal with after. Because I have an unfortunate problem with people I know. When they get in trouble with something, they like to take everybody with them. So no, I don't want to deal with that. That's why I don't really want nobody I know move in here, in this house, in this building. Really don't. He didn't install the toilet. He had a professional do it. So he had somebody come and do it. He doesn't really do any repairs really on the house. He has people do it for him. That's what he does. So yeah. It's like when he redid the stairs on the house, he had to replace some of the stairs for the other places. He fixed some of my stairs here out in the backyard. I don't really use the much back stairs because there's too many stairs. That's where I take my trash out and stuff. So yeah, and unfortunately, if I ever get a car again, that's where I have to park. So yeah, I couldn't park there because I couldn't use the stairs. So I'll be basically, I can use there, but again, it's hard for me. But I would be mostly parking on the street, most likely in front. If I ever got a car again, I don't know if I ever get a car again. I gotta have at least $4,000 to $5,000 to get another car again. I don't want to get a junk car. That's what the last vehicle cost me. It was like $4,200. The last vehicle. It was a nice van. It was great until I flipped it. Unfortunately, it sucks. So I was lucky to have the money at the time. So now the chances are that happening again. No, there's no way I'm gonna have that money ever again unless something comes up. So fortunately, I'm without a vehicle again until I ever get the money again. But in consideration, I'm not even sure. Oh no, I sold both boats. I just saw your message. So yeah, I sold both of those boats. Managed to sell them both. Got a little money out of them. Not the money I paid into them, but at least I got some money back. You know. It's like, yeah, after buying the boats, yeah, I realized how much it's not a cheap adventure. It's not. So it was the best. It was the best thing. I wouldn't mind if I was able to get that a small boat. Unfortunately, yeah, I would have to make some modifications to actually use that small boat. I've seen some people do it before, so I was looking on YouTube. I was looking into it and see what I could do to modify it for me to use it for my size, you know. But yeah, unfortunately, I just because again, I just more was concerned it was middle of nowhere and have no use, especially before I got a vehicle again. I had no use for them, so I went ahead and sold them. So no, not really. Unless again, not for my walking for me personally, but there's Greenwood and Log Cabin. Yeah, yeah. It's not a cheap thing. You gotta have money to actually. You gotta maintain those things. You gotta get them licensed. Yeah, and all that stuff. Well, if it's motorized, you gotta get it licensed. So yeah, yeah. It's they're more expensive than a car. Yeah, pretty much. Because buying parts for a motor and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you're gonna be paying a lot of money into it. So I sold and got rid of them. That's basically about it. Still got all my magnet fishing equipment. Just not able to go magnet fishing because I don't have a vehicle right now. That's the only what's stopping me of doing that. Oh man, I appreciate you guys being here. I didn't expect to be on this long. And I'm thinking of playing some Fortnite after this. So that's what I'm planning to do. Can't wait for Fortnitemares come out here. Check that out. Hopefully, got some new skins come available soon for the Fortnitemares. See what they come out and what I might want to get. Who knows? So I don't know. I love to put new content. I have nothing to put new content out. That's worth watching. As I said, you gotta have drama or something or doing something nobody would usually watch, or a how-to video. I mean, again, I would do more on a how-to video on those security cameras for the other part accessing the user interface. But the problem is I haven't come across another camera that you can access the user interface. I said most of them are factory locked, so you can't get to the user interface. I would do another video on that, how to get in the user interface and everything else. That's the only reason why I don't have that in there. But at least I'm making a little money on that video alone. I'm making about I think, 12, 13 bucks on that video. That's not bad. Even with the cat tree video, I was surprised I'm making money on that cat tree video. I did too. I'm making money on that. It's one of my ones I'm making the most money on right now. It's pretty cool. So, well, actually, I can bring it up right now and show you my revenue and stuff. What's going on YouTube? Let's do that. Show you my analytics, how I'm doing. I'm about making $60, as you can see. See, right now, here's my top content videos right now that I'm making. Well, now it's down to $10.25. And that's for the cat tree video. And that security camera had a parrot, $8.89. Those are one of the my most popular videos right now. Yeah, and I have thought of again if I was able to walk or have an amigo or what do you want to call those things, something I could ride into, you know, I'll do something like what Michigan Constitutional Crusader and Freaking Media does. They go window shop. That will be the low risk of getting in trouble with the police for any reason, even though you're legally able to do stuff like that for your First Amendment. But pushing, I mean, I could start making videos like that, but again, Brandon is still without a vehicle. I'm still be stuck in Jackson, unfortunately, without a vehicle, and especially if I had a electric chair, I would have to transport that chair, in my vehicle. So I had a couple minor problems over there. I would go do window shopping videos. So if you ever watch Michigan Constitutionalist Crusader and freaking media on YouTube, those are the one that does the first minute videos in our state of Michigan. So they do a lot of window shopping. You see how much trouble drama or Karens and stuff they get because they don't like the cameras being and they're showing into the seeing the window. Yeah, it's crazy. Somewhat what I'm Against It Press does too, somewhat. Also, he does a little bit of window shopping like that himself. If you know I'm Against It Press at all. He's not in our state, so he's more, he travels a lot. So, another First Amendment auditor that does that stuff. I would do something like that. Because there'd be less chances of me going to jail. I mean, I really don't want to fight. But again, I'd be doing it all for the wrong reasons, somewhat. Not just because to prove or educate First Amendment, because I would do it for the money. That'd be the whole reason I'd do it for. Be all the base of the wrong reasons. Not just to educate. See, that's one thing I do have a conscience on. So, yeah. But I'd be doing it for the money. I've seen some of those, the ones that hate First Amendment auditors that put them down and stuff like that. Because they don't like what they do. But again, that's again, some of those people do it for the money also, that do that, not because they don't like them. They do it for the content, the video, for the money also. I say they're doing the exact same thing. What they're doing, they're kind of getting it's freedom. It's the First Amendment. You know, that's part of the First Amendment. They're actually doing basically the same thing, but just in a negative way. Other than that. Oh, should check out. Look up Network 126. I haven't seen his videos a long time. I'm not gonna play any of his videos, but I'm just gonna see. I see what down cat Missy Fu update. I don't think that's the same cat I saw him with last time. He had a totally different cat as I thought. I got him up there. See, I'll check him out later. I don't want to play any of his videos right now. About the same time as you, 8 years. That's when I started watching him. And I was over at the other First Street apartment. That's when I started watching him. That was like about 8 years ago. About the same time. So yeah, that's all. If everybody got this far in my video, I appreciate it. Again, I don't know what more to talk about this. You want to ask me any questions, go right ahead. Right now, if I don't get any more questions here in a minute or two, I'm just going to stop the stream. But I do appreciate who has got this far and everything else. And I hate the sun. To get the sunlight right in my eyes. Ooh, yeah. The problem is they got these high windows, and I have no way to get curtains on these up high enough to get up on the window. From G4T, okay. But yeah, yeah, if you got any more questions, let me know. And right now would be the best time because I'm about ready to get off here. As I said, yeah, I don't know much more to say at this point. That's about it. I mean, right now I have no particular plans as I have a car and try to get these kittens taken care of too. Yeah, I appreciate it, Mike. But yeah, at least now everybody knows that that people are currently watching this or not watching, got this far through the stream, watching the replay of the video. Great, thank you for got this far. I appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button, and everything else if you can, please, and everything if you haven't already. For future videos or content, or dislike. It doesn't matter to me if you dislike it or not. That's still, it doesn't really matter on the like or dislike. It still, the algorithm picks it up like everything else. So if you dislike it, go ahead. Yeah, later, Mike. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. I appreciate it.